So, Gabriel, this is your first time in Almedalen.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I think it's amazing. I have to be honest, I was a bit skeptical going in because of where it's located and how it may be hard for certain people to get here, and also because of the discussion about how it's the same people talking to each other. But I've changed my mind, which I was open to before we came here.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's been because I think it is really good for democracy, what we're seeing here. There are discussions on anything you could think of, but the point is that you have politicians come together with the civil society, the private sector, universities, different actors, and the whole point is to have a discussion, to talk about the most important things. And it's not driven by profit, it's not driven through any other motive than really just to get together and talk about the major challenges in Sweden and around the world. And I think as long as you continue to have a space like that where people are encouraged to do that, then it can't be a bad thing. And I think that actually the sentiment that you feel here, if you felt more of this and you had more discussions like this throughout the rest of the year, I think things could be improved tremendously. So I'm positively surprised.
Yeah, and what's your plan today? What are you looking forward to today?
Going to be going to a bunch of conferences and doing a few podcasts. One podcast I'm excited about is interviewing a gentleman who works for Fryshuset in Stockholm, who I just bumped into yesterday, and we started talking, and it turns out he works with trying to get gang members off the streets and also right-wing extremists off the streets. So they do a lot of work in prisons, and I think that's going to be a really fascinating interview to kind of discover what socioeconomic factors are contributing to making these people's lives hard, and what this organization is doing. So that's one of the highlights.
And now, what's up next?
Now we're going to be listening to our director, Morten Scherder, talk about the need for a national human rights institution in Sweden. Believe it or not, Sweden has a great reputation for human rights, but it's one of the only countries in Europe that doesn't have a national human rights institution. So it is time for that.
Great. Talk to you more tomorrow.
See you.